With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This will make it into the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Love from the gun, able to hit his target, Claypool. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Derek Brown in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
On the screen, this is Cannon. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the first. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
At the 20-yard line.
Working from the gun, Wentz steps away to his left.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run. It's Sanders. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A nice gain of 21 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 32-yard line. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And they'll get this down to the 10. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
For the field goal, a 31-yard attempt.
Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
0-0.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They'll start on the ground with Cannon. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a throw here, hauled in. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll run. run. This is Cannon. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
Ordinarily, third down is a passing down, but how about that explosive run right there? And when you get a run like that, that means everything came together. Offensive linemen, they didn't just get to the first guys. They got to the second level to help downfield. And I've always said, any run over 7 yards means the wide receivers have done an excellent job blocking downfield.
42-yard line.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
A loss of 5 yards.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. And the pressure gets to him again.
Jordan Love.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
At their own
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Sanders. And not much there at all, as he'll get this only up to about the 11.
Ball carrier.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They go play action here on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And he is going to have an Eagles first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
Brad, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
The throw over the middle taken in. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
To throw again on second down. Wentz. This is the tight end Fant. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. From the gun, it's Wentz. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Wentz. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 32-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Sacked. A loss of 8 yards. It's 2nd down.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
What's always interesting about situations like this is that in both locker rooms, both staffs were preaching a quick start. One of them actually got it done.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight. Maybe not this tight. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Chase Young able to record his 5th sack of the season. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz, he's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
A gain of
That's good for 28 yards.
That's another Eagles first down.
From the red zone now, Wentz. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
Complete to Miles Sanders.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Makes the score Eagles 3.
Some good news, Parker. We will not have a scoreless tie as we finally get our first points of the contest here in quarter 3.
Yeah, just to feel good with the way those defenses ruled in the first half. That could be a big three-point play right there, couldn't it?
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. They'll throw again. Here's Love on 2nd and 10. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Derek Brown, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Gets it to his running back, Cannon. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
That one goes for 24 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Carson Wentz.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure it out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. You change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Sanders. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll go again with Sanders. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
He was brought down at the 8-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Sanders, and he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the traders take a look, we'll step aside. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Going for it with Sanders. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And as a result, possession switches hands. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and his
pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
On 2nd down, this is Cannon. Had a decent move, but brought down quickly just outside of the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11.
A gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be gathered up in the end zone, and that's a defensive touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop. fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Houston set to take over.
And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down.
Number 23. A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
On the carry, it's Cannon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's third down.
Working out of the gun. Love. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third. On first and 10, Love. Got a man. That's Allison. That catch good for only a couple.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Love now on second down. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
Terry McLaurin.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it second and 14. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On third down, Fournette. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The situation for them offensively as follows. Down by 10, and time, a huge factor. They've yet to dip the scoreboard tonight. Now they've got to do it twice late if they want a chance here. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for only a couple. Completion here to Claypool. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. This one caught by Isabella. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Again, it's Love. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Counting down to 30 seconds remaining. Going back to Love.
At the Eagles' 28.
And this one incomplete.
Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Again, it's Fournette. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Leonard Fournette. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
That's good for an Eagles. First and 10 at the 21.